Hi, my name is Engineer Peter Wachukwu, the MD, CEO of Rupert Engineering Services Limited. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to take you on causes of overheating in diesel gensets. So there are many factors that can lead to that, which I want you to be aware, so that anytime you are having challenges, you know, 1, 2, or 3 things you can be able to, check before maybe you call your vendor or your engineer to come and sort it out. So number one, when the diesel genset is having overheating, so first of all, check if the fan belt is there, and also check if the radiator is not dirty, and as well if the fan belt is not properly tensioned. Okay, let me go in details. Number one, if your radiator is not washed at the appropriate time, radiator is supposed to be flushed. That's if the area is not a market area, because market area is prone with dust and so many things, happens within that environment. But in a normal environment, you understand, is within 600 hours and 750 hours is expected you wash your radiator. Number two, before you even start checking the condition of the radiator, if it's choked or not, you have to check the level of the water inside your radiator, because once the level of that water goes down, the temperature will be rising. Once your sensor is okay, that sends signal to your panel, that's your module, it will definitely be shutting the generator down until you top the water. So first of all, check your water before you start checking any other thing that can lead to that high temperature. So that's what you need to do. Then again, if your fan belt is not properly tensioned, so the rolling of the fan blade will not be okay. It will not be cooling your radiator enough. So this is part of the thing that can equally lead to overheating in your genset. Also, if your radiator is dirty inside, you understand, it can lead to that. It can flush the external, but if the internal cells are dirty, definitely the generator is going to be experiencing overheating. So what do you need to do then? You need to bring down the radiator, and the blacksmith have to open the upper part of it and the down part of it and through the cells inside before they couple it back. So these are the things you need to do. Then if it's coming from the fan belt, you understand, if your fan belt is bad or has caught, you have to replace another one. Again, if the fan belt is not properly tensioned, because the pulley where you put the fan belt has adjuster, if it's not well adjusted to the normal tension, then it can't roll the fan blade well, and once the fan blade is not rolling well, the radiator will not be cooling properly. These are the things that can cause overheating from the periphery, the outside part of generator. So, but there are other things that can lead to overheating that is on the inside. If your top gasket is burnt, it can lead to overheating. So what do you need to do? You need to bring out the cylinder head and replace your top gasket. And again, if your generator is being overutilized, that can lead to overheating. So what do I mean by that? Some people, the load they are carrying with their generator is higher than the capacity of that genset. So once that is in place, that generator will always be working under duress, and what it will result is that the temperature will always be high. So these are the things that can lead to overheating in diesel gensets. So that is why it's good that whenever you want to buy a genset, you have to do proper analysis of your load so that you don't overload your genset. And also, I probably want to talk about overheating switch, or you can call it alert, you understand. But we have a sensor that is called temperature switch. So that temperature switch is being connected on the module, that's the panel of that genset. So, and the work is that once the temperature goes beyond 70 to 80 and is entering 90, that generator will definitely shut down. So that's if the sensor is working properly. But most cases, some of the engineers will have nowadays, or technicians, once a generator is shutting down, they'll go and start cutting all the wires of the sensor because they don't know where the problems are coming from. But the manufacturers place those sensors there in order for generator to shut down on emergency without causing any damage on the genset. But the technicians of nowadays do no longer follow due process. So that is why anytime anybody is maintaining your genset, ensure that they don't tamper with the sensors of that genset, because sometimes that sensor might be bad and it's shutting down. You can just spend about 10,000–15,000 naira to replace that sensor. But once they cut it, it's no longer giving signal to your panel, you understand, that will quietly shut down the generator if there is emergency like fan belt cutting, or maybe your radiator being choked. You understand? Once the sensor is no longer there, nothing will prevent that generator from shutting down without not causing any damage. And you'll find out that in most cases, you understand, that will lead to a total breakdown that will cost you nothing less than 450,000 to 800,000 just to fix it. But if the sensors are properly managed, this can avoid you such scandalous expenses. So these are the things I talk about when I talk about the maintenance of genset, that you always look for a good hands that will maintain your genset for you, because if you fail, it will cost you much. Thank you for listening, and we will meet some other time.